name is Soumya Sarkar और आप देख रहे हैं with Redefine blog. In today's blog, we will be talking about the major part of market and Russia-Ukraine conflict. I was not expecting that Russia would declare the war against Ukraine on a full-fledged, but it happened, and market had a correction. If you look at the global market, all markets across globe had seen a severe correction. If I talk about the China market, it has 1% down. If I talk about Japan market, it is almost 2.5% down. If I talk about Indian market, it is almost 4% down. Right now, while I'm recording the video, the Germany is approximately 5% down, France is 5% down, UK is approximately 5.5% down. So all over the globe, this correction is going through. Always, which I told all of my investors and in the video itself, that do not put all your money in one go. If you remember few things very correctly, you will not lose massive money in the stock market. Number one, always go for asset allocation. Even if you are not getting the highest return, it is not important. Important is that your assets should be allocated properly, that in terms of ups and in terms of down, you are protected to some extent. People who go for stocks, they do not do the asset allocation properly and ultimately lose the money. This kind of crisis will come. This kind of crisis had already come, and this kind of crisis is coming. So in past also we had seen this kind of crisis. In future we will also see this kind of crisis. It may be a virus, it may be a war, it may be a pandemic, it may be anything. But these kind of crises will keep on coming. But if you are properly asset allocated and if you are planned for a goal-based planning, then you are done. If you are trying to overreact or if you are trying to make an extraordinary return in the market, no, it won't happen. It cannot happen on a uniformly. It may happen once in your lifetime, it may happen twice in your lifetime, it may happen thrice in a lifetime, but it cannot happen regularly. Regular investment should have a minimum expectation of approximately 10 to 12%, which is internationally accepted as inflation plus 4% is considered to be good return. Lot of videos you will find where people will talk about extraordinary returns and all those things, that won't happen. Now come back to the point. Second point is that how you should buy at this point of time. Even if you find that market is becoming very cheap and almost 12 to 13% fall has happened, I would recommend you that buy systematically. Do not buy in one go unless and until you find it very cheap or your financial advisor advises you to buy it randomly or big amount. If you are doing by yourself, then obviously you should buy a small amount at every bottom. You may left with some cash at the end, but that's okay. You are not losing the money. Third thing is that this kind of crisis be there for at least 7-10 days. So this kind of market, it's a falling knife, you should avoid this market. Unless and until you are an expert, you know which stocks to buy and which stocks to sell, at what price and what kind of business you are investing. Without knowing those things, you should not buy on tips, or you should not buy on a YouTube video, or should not buy on a Twitter or Facebook recommendation. You should stay away from buying all those things. You should only do as per your risk appetite. You should not do anything which is beyond your risk appetite. And fourth important thing is that consult your financial advisor, understand what he thoughts, how he plans your portfolio, and how it will be becoming better. If your financial advisor is not in touch with you, you may get in touch with him, or you may ask the question that how the planning is done. So if it is a goal-based planning, you are a systematically investor, I think nothing to worry. If you are a long-term investor, it may be an excellent opportunity in coming days. But if you are a short-term investor, you should stay away from the market without knowing the details. Now, how this crisis is going to change in Indian economy or anything, I don't think it has a very long-lasting effect. But oil prices have gone up. It has crossed $100. Last time we saw $100 oil prices in 2014. After that, it had gone to around 80, but never crossed 100. This crisis, Ukraine and Russia, has took the oil beyond its $100. You should, Indian economy definitely will have a problem because we are a major importer of oil and gas. So obviously this will continue, but world is hoping that there should be a nuclear deal with Iran, which is going to be executed soon, and probably oil price will cool off. I also believe that after 17 days, once the world leaders start interfering on the matter, things will settle down and oil price will cool off. So next 7 to 10 days will be very, very difficult for the portfolios. I would recommend do not take any decision on hers. Do not make any wrong movement on the portfolio. If you cannot handle at this point of time, it is better to stay away from the market. Do not take wrong thing. Usually after a while we have seen that markets usually go up. So it may happen, it may not happen. The previous instances happened doesn't mean that it is going to happen in future. We need to be careful, and you should talk to your financial advisor on a regular basis and stay away from investing if you are not an expert. Take help from professionals and understand the market. After that you do it. Please do not fall prey into a lot of things and unnecessarily buy the wrong shares or wrong portfolios or create wrong thing. It may hurt you. I think US will intervene soon or later. NATO will intervene. Russia and Ukraine crisis will slowly, gradually, the tension will come down, and then you may see the market start rising again. For time being, it's a very cautious thing, and you should all very cautious with the portfolio. If you have any queries regarding the portfolio, you may send us. You can mail us. You can send us a WhatsApp. We may try to give you the details in mutual fund. But last, again, you should talk to your investment advisor on it. And you should not do based on any YouTube video. If you like our video, which will come up on a regular basis, you may share the video, or you may subscribe to the channel. We will come up with this kind of videos on a regular basis, especially in this crisis time when people more require the advice rather than anything else. Thank you for watching the video. Namaskar.